What is a brother? The definition of a brother is a male having the same parents as another one or one in common. But to me, a brother is much more than that. A brother, in my mind, is someone that you can joke with, laugh at each other with, look after one another, and entertain each other. There is a deep relationship and friendship between me and my brother. I still remember that day my mother told me she was going to have another baby. Sam, my cousin, and I was in the bathroom fixing our hair, getting ready to manage my older sister's basketball game. When Mom told us she was pregnant, I tried to hold back the tears that were so close to emerging from my eyes, but I couldn't. I began to cry and immediately was mad at her. I shouted, "You and Dad are too old to be having a kid." My mother just laughed at me and continued to put food on the table as if nothing happened. She was 37 at the time. Days turned into weeks. I tried not to give any interest in the pregnancy of my new brother or sister. I told my parents, if it's a girl, you're sending her back. I already had 2 sisters and didn't get along with them very well, so why did I need another one? My mother had her big appointment to find out the sex of the baby. I was praying and crossing my fingers that it was a boy. I couldn't wait for my mom to call and tell me the outcome. Well, it wasn't Mom. It was Dad. Dad was so excited. He finally had gotten the boy he had always wanted. Dad carried that ultrasound picture around with him everywhere. And now, 11 years later, he still has it in his wallet. Now that I was over my mad stage, I began to get excited about having a brother. It was going to be totally different than having a sister, so we began to prepare for his arrival. We got the nursery ready, we decorated it in farm animals, and put the crib up. Now that everything was ready for his arrival, my parents sent us 3 girls off to Austin, Texas on a vacation to visit our close friends. I think they needed some peace and quiet before all of us came back and the new one came. As we boarded the plane by ourselves, I was nervous. I kept thinking, what if Mom had our brother while we were gone? That is something that I definitely didn't want to miss. While we were in Texas, we had a great time. We went boating, tubing, swimming, and just relaxing. It was amazing. We decided that we would name him Donald Austin. Donald was my dad's name, and Austin was because that was where we went on our trip, and we barely made it home before his arrival. A day after we made it home from our trip, my mother came in and woke me up around 8:30 and told me that her water broke. I was so tired, I rolled over and went back to sleep. I finally woke up when Dad got home to take her to the hospital. I stayed at home with my younger sister, and my older sister was off to basketball camp. She was able to stop by on her way and see Austin. He came home 2 days later, and that was when the fun began. I watched over my brother a lot to make sure he was still breathing and nothing was wrong with him. Austin and I have become best buddies. We do everything together. We fish, we go hunting, we go swimming, play basketball, baseball, anything you can think of, we do. It has been a little over 11 years since my baby brother Austin was born. I can't imagine how my life would be without him. I often look back on my thoughts I had when I found out Mom was pregnant, and am amazed at how such a nightmare at the time turned into such a perfect dream.